Now is the time when we usually do the secret show. The secret show. Now is the time when we usually do the secret show. Secret show. Now is the time. Now is the time. Now is the time when we usually do the secret show. The secret show. Now is the time. Now is the time. Now is the time when we usually do the secret show. Now is the time when we usually do the secret show. It's just me today. Maybe with a few other special guests, special regular guests. But Cubby has to work today, so it's just me. I'm not panicked. I've got you. I know you're here. You got my back. Now is the time when we usually do the secret show. Now is the time when we usually do the secret show. Now is the time. Now is the time. Now is the time when we usually do the secret show. I guess it's time.
Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and dale to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
To anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before.
Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie, da, 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 da. Lie, da, 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 da. Lie, da, 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid.
But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggly-dum-de-too-ra-terrio-dee, dee-dee, a fwit-dee-dee-dee-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie, da, 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 da. Lie, da, 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 da. Lie, da, 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 da. Ya, da, 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 da. Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go! Lie, da, 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 da. Lie, da, 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 da. Lie, da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. La, da, 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 da. Lie, da, 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 da. Lie, da, 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 da.
Crafting, crafting, crafting with Joshi and Cubby. What will we make today? What is the dice of the day? Crafting, creating, collaborating. What would an octopus say? Trivia questions, hooray! Creating, clickbaiting, can't hardly waiting for the crafting show. A crafting show with Cubby and Joshi. That was interesting. Wasn't expecting a visit from the calendar boy. Hi everyone. Welcome to the crafting show. It's me, Shoshana, your host regular for the crafting show. As you can see, it's just me today. We might have a couple other people joining us a little later, but Cubby's got to work this morning, so it's just gonna be me for a little while. It's great to see everybody in the chat, to read to read everybody. Oh, you probably couldn't hear what the calendar boy had to say. Calendar boy was on mute, didn't know it. Oh, it was so funny. Oh, it was so funny. So funny and insightful. See, this is what happens when it's just me and I have to do all the engineering and I forget that I have to take myself off mute. I mean, the calendar boy has to take himself off mute in order to. Thank you, Victoria London Pug. Also, Uh, no worries. So I follow East Coast, specifically Philadelphia rules, which is that you can't truly be friends with someone unless you're comfortable insulting them. That's how you know you've crossed over into friendship you is when you insult someone. Because you would never insult someone who wasn't your friend. You're nice to people you don't like. You're mean to people you're friends with. That's how you know you're friends. Because you would never actually say that to a friend. So that means you must be friends. It makes sense. It makes sense. So I just took that as a sign of our friendship. Uh yeah. Um well, there you go. So yeah, so it's just me for a little while. So we've got some trivia to do. I have a little bit of crafting to do. I have the color thing to read. I think I'll wait to do trivia because we might have Kitty joining us, so I think I'll wait till they're here to do some trivia because I know that Kitty likes to do trivia. Oh, you have a thing to say? Yes, please. I would love to hear what you have to say. That would be great. Uh, I would love to hear that. So let's see. Oh, I do have some things that I'd like to show off though. So, ooh, mm, that's fascinating. Wow, yes. Oh, I wish Cubby was here for this. Because he knows that book very well. Um, I listened to it on tape on a one of my many drives across the United States. Um, but that was that was a long time ago. I feel like I might need to read it again in modern context and see how I feel about it. Yeah. Oh, okay, you're listening to the audiobook as well. Oh, interesting. All right, I'm gonna read this out loud. So listening to the audiobook, and I'm doing whatever the auditory equivalent is to watching a movie through your fingers. Incredibly uncomfortable to feel like I'm part of the leering crowd while also being inside Ollie's head, simultaneously celebrating her pride in her own oddity while knowing that in real life I don't understand that way and I'll only be looking because I can't look away. I mean, I feel like that is what the book wants to have happen from what I remember. Oh, it's been so long. It's been maybe like a decade since I read slash listened to it. I need to refresh myself. Um, but yeah, I think you're so right. I think that's like exactly what the book want like that is what the book wants. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. I feel it's probably time you just now you've inspired me. It's time for me to listen to it again. Uh yeah. Cool. Oh, that's great. I'm such a big fan. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, because Cubby's got some really good thoughts on it. Uh yeah, and I'm gonna re-download it on my Audible because I've actually been looking for uh something to listen to. I've reached the end of my media and now I'm just like listening to random science fiction stories, which is fine. They're okay. Some, hit or miss with sci-fi short stories. Um, yeah, if anyone has any recommendations for podcasts or audiobooks to listen to, I'm down because I reached the end of my list and now I'm just waiting for all my podcasts to update and I don't have any other books to read. listen to. Yeah, please bring it up again next week. I'm a big fan of listening to books on audio. I drive a lot out here in LA, and it's very calming to listen to it. And also, I find I do love reading as well. But some books I find I absorb better through audio. And especially if you can, like, I don't really read autobiographies or nonfiction, but I like to listen to them in audiobook form. I don't know why. Something about reading nonfiction. I think it's because it makes me think I'm like studying. It reminds me of studying, and I don't find as much pleasure in it as I do reading nonfiction. When I read nonfiction, I can really like get into it. But if I'm, or sorry, reading fiction, I can really get into it. But nonfiction, I feel like I have to like study and memorize stuff. But when I can just listen to it in audio, I can just like relax and absorb it in a more pleasurable way. I think it counts. Listening to a book counts the same as reading it, I think. Yeah. Oh. Mm. That would be interesting. Okay. All right. Good recommendation. I like a I like a crime I like a crime biography. Cool. All right. Good 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 rec, everybody. All right. So while we've got a few people here, maybe let's do one trivia while we're waiting because I have a couple cards I can do. We have a good amount of people watching, and I know not everyone can stay the whole time, so I like to be able to do trivia while people who are here can be here. All right, so let's do some trivia. Okay, so let's set up the things. When it's just me, I have to do all the engineering too. There we go. Yay! All right, everyone, for those of you who have never played trivia before on this show or need a refresher, here's how it works. I'll read all the questions and save the answers to the end so that I can play too. If you think you know the answer, feel free to write it in the chat. We're all playing together. So if anyone gets it right, we all win. If anyone gets it wrong, we all lose. All right. And these questions are from Trivial Pursuit number 6. Okay. What? Okay. All right. What Midwestern US state has its geographic center in the town of Delaware, not far from Rome, Dublin, and Nevada? So, what Midwestern state has its geographic center in the town of Delaware, not far from Rome, Dublin, and Nevada? So, it's a Midwestern US state that has the towns Delaware, Rome, Dublin, and Nevada. I have a guess. I'm hmm. I'm pretty sure I know the answer. I'm going to hold off on answering to give other people a chance to answer. I'm pretty sure I know what it is though. There's a lot of states that have like names like that. But it's a Midwestern US state that has the towns Delaware, Rome, Dublin, Nevada, and its geographic center is the town of Delaware. Oh, that's a good guess. That might be right. I was thinking Illinois, but I think you're because I'm pretty sure there's a Dublin, Illinois, but there might be a Dublin, Wyoming too. You never know. That's a very good guess. That might be right. Hmm. We'll see. All right, next question. Oh, that last one was people and places. This is arts and entertainment. What TV show did Fab Morvan action action Wyoms in the background? I don't know what that means. Oh, I get it. Yes, Wyoming. Nice. I get it. I get it. Took me a second, but then I got it. Wyoming because of me. Arts and entertainment. Oh, nice. Heck yeah. Well, stay for trivia and then join. No worries. We'll do another one when everyone gets here. All right. What arts and entertainment? What TV show did Fab Morvan credit with finally getting folks to stop hating Milli Vanilli? Did we do that? Did we stop hating Milli Vanilli? I don't know. Hate hate seems like a very strong word. I think we were just sort of like bemused by them. But I don't know. I was a kid at the time, so maybe there was like hate against Milli Vanilli. I just remember it being like, hmm. But what TV show did Fab Morvan? Yeah, I don't know who Fab Morvan is. I'm guessing like a reporter of some kind. And I yes, Milli Vanilli. What TV show did Fab Morvan credit with finally getting folks to stop hating Milli Vanilli? I'm guessing it's some sort of like talk show or like interview situation that did it. So like oh, what's his name? What's the name of that? He's like a famous interviewer person. I can't remember the name of the show. But yeah, I'm guessing it's like that kind of a show where they got interviewed and everyone's like, "Oh, that's nice. I guess we don't hate them as much as we did." Yeah, some kind of talk show, interview show. 60 minutes. I'm going to say 60 minutes. I don't think it is, but let's say that's my guess. That's what I'm going to say. Next question. History. What iconic model did Cadillac bid adieu 50 years with a limited edition run in 2002? What iconic model did Cadillac bid adieu to after 50 years with a limited edition run in 2002? Cadillac Cadillac converter. No, that's not right. Ha ha ha. That's a great guess. But I don't think that lasted long at all. I think they discontinued the Edsel real soon. It's an iconic model, 50 years. I don't know. I don't know cars that well. Cadillac. I don't know. Really? In real life, one of your neighbors had an Edsel? That's amazing. They're crazy. Look, they're like you see why they're like too much. Too much. Too much, man. Too much. They got too excited. Oh, pink. Incredible. That's really wild. That's that's really wild. Wow. I don't know if I've ever seen one IRL. I've only seen pictures. And pink, incredible. Um, what would it be? Cadillac. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure when they said it, I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I've heard of that." All right. SN. Science and No. Yeah, science and nature. Okay. What does the contraction SciSop, I'll spell it in the chat. What does the contraction SciSop mean on an online bulletin board? Oh, this card is so 2002. What does the contraction SciSop mean on an online bulletin board? Come on, you old online bulletin board people. An online bulletin board. That was I I I I could go back to an online. I guess Reddit is like an online bulletin board now, sort of equivalent. SciSop, system operator. Yeah, that's a good. I think that might be right. That sounds right. Yeah, yeah. I think that might be right. That seems correct. Yeah, that seems like the right answer. Uh, sports and leisure. What hand-weary Yankees star taught trainer Doc Woods to forge his autograph? That's fascinating. So he's signing too many autographs. Had to get somebody else to forge his autograph. Yankees star. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, look who's here. Boom. Hi.
Hi.
We're right in the we've got like 2 more trivia questions.
Okay.
I thought we'd do one real quick before you got here, and then we could do another one when you got here. And Matt might be joining us too.
Cool.
Do you know anything about the Yankees?
No.
What hand-weary Yankee star taught trainer Doc Woods to forge his autograph? I don't know.
No. I know Yankees is baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. We'll find out. My brain is not working well this morning. I don't remember anything. And last question, wild card. What actor was surprised to be introduced as Matt Damon before reciting Lou Gehrig's farewell address at a 2002 Marlins game? Oh, so it was an actor who is not Matt Damon, but was introduced as Matt Damon and then recited Lou Gehrig's farewell address.
Ben Affleck?
Yeah, that's probably the right answer. Oh, that's not a bad answer either. But I would say it's like 2002. So yeah, I think that's like the height of the Matt Damon Ben Affleck collaboration.
Whatever happened to those two? They were inseparable.
Yeah, and now they're separable.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably still hang.
Yeah.
They probably
yeah,
still
probably.
get together to like watch a movie and eat popcorn.
Did J-Lo Yoko them?
You mean improve them dramatically?
Right.
Yeah, I think Ben Affleck's like, I think that's a good answer. All right. Answers. What will they be? Answers. Let's see. People and places. What Midwestern U.S. state has its geographic center in the town of Delaware, not far from Rome, Dublin, and Nevada? Kitty, any quick guesses? Real quick. A Midwestern U.S. state that has the towns Delaware, Rome, Dublin, and Nevada.
Kansas?
Okay, good guess. My guess was Illinois. Let's see. The answer is Ohio. Ohio is one of those states where you're like, yeah, it's the Midwest, but like
I don't think of it as Midwest.
Yeah, like almost there. Yeah.
But it still is. The Midwest is rather east and north for my taste, if you know what I mean.
All right. What TV show did Fab Morvan credit with finally getting folks to stop hating Milli Vanilli? Quick guess, Kitty. Quick guess.
What was the first part?
What TV show did Fab Morvan credit with finally getting folks to stop hating Milli Vanilli?
Oh, I I feel like there's a show that I'm forgetting about, so I'm just gonna say America's Funniest Home Videos.
It's a great guess. It's a great guess. And the answer is Behind the Music. VH1
Ah,
Behind the Music.
those were good.
Yes, we should. I didn't even think about that one. Like Dahoy, Behind the Music, of course. History. What iconic model did Cadillac bid adieu to after 50 years with a limited edition run in 2002? Any quick guesses? Any quick
Yeah,
guesses?
I don't know. I don't know car models that much.
Yeah, me
Thunderbird,
neither.
the Cadillac Thunderbird.
That great guess. It is the Eldorado. The Eldorado.
Yeah.
The Eldorado. Science and Nature. What?
Is this 90s trivia?
It's like it's from 2002.
Oh, okay.
So like or 2002, 2003. So it's like yeah, that era. What does the contraction SYSOP, SYSOP, mean on an online bulletin board? Quick guess.
System operation.
I think that's the answer, and the answer is system operator. Yay!
Woo.
All right, we got that one right. Sports and leisure. What hand-weary Yankee star taught trainer Doc Woods to forge his autograph? The answer is Babe Ruth,
Oh.
the most famous of the. I almost was gonna guess Babe Ruth. I'm like, it's never Babe Ruth. That's too easy of an answer, but that was actually the answer.
Babe Ruth is the only guy to have ever played baseball, right?
Baseball is a one-person sport, and it was played by Babe Ruth. What actor was surprised to be introduced as Matt Damon before reciting Lou Gehrig's farewell address at the 2002 Marlins game? It was Matt Dillon. Matt Dillon, not Matt Damon. That's a funny mistake.
Mm-hmm.
That was great. Yay, Kitty. Wait, there was a funny thing. Ohio joke. Yay, welcome. Good to see you. Yay. Yay, Kitty, thanks for joining us. I love your sweatshirt. What's happening here with the dots?
So
love that.
This it was a pair of pants that I like worn out, and so I cut it off the pants and sewed it onto my hoodie.
Was that on the butt area?
No, it was on the thighs. They were each thigh said boom, and they were my boom boom pants.
And it's so good on a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
That's so great. So we here, let me grab something really, really quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. And then I have my cyborg stuff to show off whenever we're ready for that. A lot of you have seen it already from watching the Tuesday night show, but maybe we'll get a closer look at them.
Well, I like your shirt, and it reminds me I want to show off some of the props that I made. There they are for the show that I did, Comics Reading Comics. We made.
Hey!
And
yes, I love those.
And then I wanted to show off this one, a little bat signal that you can like hold up in the air.
What was this all for?
So this was it's a new show. that me and my partner are producing out here. We had the first one on Friday and it went super well. They really like it. They want us to do it every other month now. And it's called Comics Reading Comics, and we get stand-up comedians and like sketch funny people to do staged readings of Silver and Golden Age comic books.
Oh, nice.
Like, if you've ever read those old comic books, they're wild. Like, they're so wild. And like randomly very sexist in like, I don't know. I find it funny.
Yeah, I would love to see this. That sounds
And
great.
just, oh, it's so fun if you're out here. Well, and if it gets super popular, we might like put it out as like a podcast or stream it on YouTube or something like that. But yeah, it went super, super well. But one of the things we're doing is like, so it's a staged reading. So like, it's not acted out, but you do want kind of like light props and costumes. So we're like, oh, like literally the cardboard stuff is kind of like perfect for it. So all the props are going to be cardboard props. I made a little cityscape when they're in like Metropolis or others.
Gotham.
I made this rocket ship because there's a rock that happens at some point. And some of them I'm going to reuse, like the Bam and Pow we're going to use. Yes, it needs to go all the way to Broadway. I agree.
Definitely.
Yeah, so our next one is May 30th. Yeah, and I'm super excited about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
those are all the best props to show off. You had stuff to show off, right, Kitty?
Yeah. So I'm playing a cyborg.
Oh yeah.
So I made some face implants.
Oh nice.
And I also I've got my mechanical hand that shoots out lasers and whatnot.
Look how good that looks.
Yeah. I didn't decorate this one as much as I wanted to. I wanted to put more colors on here, but I just I don't know, ran out of time or whatever.
It looks cool just like that. Oh, look at the nice little gun. What's that from? Is it a Nerf gun?
It is a Nerf gun, yeah. I should have brought my art stuff over with me. I could work on it now, but I didn't. I don't know why. And then here are my face parts.
Ooh, what did you make those out of? Sculpey?
I used foam paper, just like.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah, look at that. Oh,
well, that's a little too far over.
It just sticks. What are you using it to stick there?
I use eyelash glue.
Nice, and it's still a little like tacky.
There's a little residue left. I put on more when I wear them for the show, but yeah.
That looks hella good. Yo, I just started using this like craft foam clay.
Oh, I've seen it.
I love it.
I've seen it online. I haven't actually used it.
Love it. Like, I bought it to use in this. I'm doing some like set design for a show, and I bought a small amount just because like I've seen it online, but you never know if it actually works the way it does. But it is, I love it. The texture of it is like, I don't even know how to describe it. It feels like the softest, airiest, lightest clay you've ever touched. It weighs nothing, but it works like clay. So you can like fold it and like mold it and smooth it out and everything, but it weighs nothing, and it dries about to the hardness of like craft foam. So it's still a little flexible, but it's very strong. You
I
can
want to
paint
make a
it.
mask with it or something.
Yeah, you can make masks with it. I've seen people make like armor with it. I've used it to like patch things. I've used it to like I'm like a little obsessed with it. I kind of want to I want to use it too much.
Now I got to get my hands on some.
Yeah, it's like and it comes in different colors. Yeah, it's like yeah, I'm a little obsessed with it. I might want to get more and just like play around with it for my own purposes. And it air dries. It air dries in like it's fairly dry in like 6 hours and then like fully dry in like 48 hours.
Okay.
Friendly form. No, what's that?
Oh.
What's friendly form? I don't know that. Yeah, it's strange, but also like the learning curve is not that big because it's very similar to working with clay. Like it doesn't have the like you have to be lighter with it. But yeah, I'm like a little obsessed with it right now. Whoa.
Oh, I have used those a lot. Not that brand, but what do they call it? The generic term for it is I can't remember, but I've used that stuff before. I used that to make my horns for Aziri, if anybody remembers Aziri.
How does it melt?
So you put it in hot water.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's also the first time I encountered it, it came with a set of fangs, and you use that to mold the fangs onto your
It's
teeth.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've worked with that a little bit with like, yeah, fang and teeth stuff.
I've also used it to like make to fix things. Like I had a protractor that I mean not a protractor, a compass that
Uh-huh.
it couldn't fit the pen I wanted to use. So I just used that stuff to attach the pen to the one end and then I could use the pen.
Okay, so it can like as it dries, it has like did you have to glue it together or does it
No,
stick
it's
to
just
itself?
so these little pellets, they melt together and then they're very soft and you can shape it however you want to. And then when it dries, it's firm. It's very firm.
Awesome. Ooh, I gotta
Yeah.
get a hold of that. I could definitely use some of that.
Yeah. I
That's
wish I could
cool.
remember what, like,
And can you use like clay crafting tools with it?
maybe it hardens very fast.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, you can also like take the shape that you're working with and remelt it, dip it in the hot water again, and then pull it
Make it
out
a little
and
softer and then
yeah.
cool. And then does it if it gets too hot outside, does it like melt?
No,
Oh, like once it's hardened, it's like
no, you can like put it in hot water again and it gets melty again. But
but
like
well, okay.
hot
Oh, how
air
hot?
doesn't
How
seem
hot of
to
a water?
affect it. Um you could do it with just like the hottest out of the tap or I've put
Oh,
it in
okay.
the microwave for a minute.
Okay, cool. But hotter than like the regular temperature outside would ever get.
Right. Yeah.
Gotcha.
We
Cool.
have a
I gotta
surprise
check that
coming
out. That's
in.
awesome. Huh?
Surprise coming in.
Hey, what?
Hey, hi, Shoji.
Hi. Where are you?
We're at Sherwood.
At Sherwood. Yay.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Good to see you. What a treat.
I'm gonna go over here, and
And
I guess I could plug in too. So
Yeah, plug in.
I
Good
just have
point.
to mute
Yeah,
my mic and stuff once you get in.
can you get him the link?
I'll just be over here.
What?
Oh no, he can just access the StreamYard.
Yeah,
He's
he's
got
coming in. He knows what to do.
yeah, he can just come in. Yeah.
Where's
Great.
Kevin today?
He's got to work. He got a cool new storytelling gig working for Historic Philadelphia.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it's a good job. I did it for a few summers in Philly, and it's nice. You're just like hanging out outside, telling stories,
That sounds cool.
giving little tours. Yeah, it's a
So
good.
does that mean he's like never gets to be on the show anymore?
No, just today.
Oh, okay. It's a
He's
good.
got he's got a rehearsal, like one of the final rehearsals today.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, good. We got a whole little special happy group today.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually gonna move my laptop to a different spot because I have a little sewing project, little crafting repair sewing project that I'm gonna do on the crafting show. So I'm gonna do that right now. Did you say you're working on your glove, maybe, Kitty, or did you have another crafting thing to show off?
I should have brought my paints over so that I could paint on my,
Meh.
but I didn't.
You
And
can always run and grab them now.
that's true.
Yeah.
I'll wait till Paulo gets in.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Tell me about your cute little headband right there. Did you? Oh, you took yourself off. Now it's just me again. Oh no. No, it's fine. I can handle it. It's fine. I can handle being by myself. Yeah,
when Paulo logged on, we had feedback, so Paulo X'd me out real quick.
Oh yeah. Oh, because you're like right next to each other.
Yeah. Why don't we let me mute and then we'll share the microphone. Yeah.
Paulo, you look like you're in a cave.
Okay, wait. Unmuting.
Yeah. When are we getting that teleport technology? We need that teleport technology.
Okay, yes. All right, there we go. How's that?
Boom.
Let me turn those on. Wait.
We've got fancy lighting equipment. He's gonna turn on.
Volgamoot.
We're professionals.
I think that's too bright now because now you can't. No, yeah. I think it was fine.
Okay. Whatever. Okay.
We did it.
Hi. Yes.
We made it.
Oh. You know what I'm gonna do? All right. I'm doing good. Just ignore me for a minute. I'm gonna set this puppy up.
I thought you were already set up.
I know, but I just realized that I'm using a slower internet. My phone is actually faster. So
that's fair.
I'm gonna set this computer up to go on the phone. Hotspot tethering. And then I'll be even better.
And Kitty, we can hear you?
Yeah. Can you?
Okay, great. We can. Good. All right. Fantastic. And there's no feedback. We're doing great, everybody. We're doing good.
Look at us.
So today I'm going to be working on this is this really cool old robe from like the 60s. Look at those cool horses on there. It's beautiful, but it's also very old. So I've been slowly like patching it up as it falls apart. And so there's another little patch job I'm gonna do. So that's a little thing. Oh yeah, I already patched up one little spot right here. But then there's another little spot somewhere that needs it. Let's see if I can find it again. So I'm just gonna be working on doing some little patches, little patch job on this robe. If I can find it. I didn't already patch it, did I? No. I wonder where it is. Look, if I can't find it, it doesn't count. Yeah, so I'm gonna be working on that. Kitty, you might grab your stuff. And grab
Yeah.
stuff. I wonder where it is. I don't see a hole anywhere.
Hmm.
Maybe I already patched it and just didn't and forgot. Maybe I'm so good. Yeah, I don't see it. Maybe I already patched it. Well, that's fine. 'Cause there's a little tiny there's the pocket's coming a little loose, so I'll fix that. And then maybe in the fixing it, I will spot the little hole that needs to be fixed. It's just a tiny little zoop, zoop, zoop. Oh, my stuff's over there. And then uh have I been to Scarborough? I don't think I have.
I'm going to Scarborough.
Huh?
This will be the first time I'm going to Scarborough after this
Okay.
show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I've never been.
I haven't either.
Never been. Let's do it.
Well, here, while everyone's getting set up, I think this is a perfect time to read a section from the complete color harmony book. So this is the thing I've been doing every week. It's this really cool book that I thought was just going to be like, you know, color palettes and things like that, like Pantone color palettes. But actually, when I was reading through it, it has these lovely descriptions of colors. So it has like yellow, and then it has like a beautiful description of like what yellow is. So I've been reading a different color every episode. We've done red, yellow, and orange. So today is green. We're going to be reading
Excellent.
green. Green, the color green. Green. Just like me, Shoshana Green. Green. Green not only represents life and growth, it is also the most relaxing, tranquilizing color on the spectrum. The reason is psychological. Unlike other hues, green focuses directly on the retina without being refracted, making it especially easy on the eyes. It is also thought to have great healing powers and the ability to soothe and refresh. The paler the green, the more calming it is. The reassuring quality of green has also made it the official color of safety worldwide, as in safe to go traffic signals. Green sends a variety of messages depending on the shade. Kelly greens bring to mind spring and the outdoors, conveying happy, youthful feelings. But that can also suggest immaturity and inexperience, such as a newcomer being too green to succeed. Forest green, on the other hand, is the color of mature trees, representing stability and growth. Not surprisingly, that color is often used in law offices and financial institutions. Remember, green is the color of money, too, in the States. Olive green has the most power associated with it because it reminds people of the military, while grass green's connection to new life and growth has come to symbolize fertility. That made it the favorite color for wedding gowns during the Renaissance. Really?
Huh.
I don't know if that's true.
Well, white was only there. It was Victorian.
Oh, I know
So-
that. I know that was relatively new, but I thought blue was like the color for wedding gowns in the Renaissance. I don't know. Renaissance was a long time. A long time.
Also, which Renaissance?
green.
Whose Renaissance?
Mhm.
Green had some negative association as well, such as people being green with envy. Similarly, chartreuse is consistently rated as the most nauseating of all colors. I
Aw.
like the chartreuse.
I do
Okay,
too.
when you hear the word chartreuse, do you think of a green?
No, I think of the liquor.
Yeah,
That's true.
chartreuse sounds like a red color.
It sounds like a red color.
But it's totally green. Yeah.
And then what is the other one? Vermilion?
Oh, that
yeah.
sounds like a green, but it's red.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, vermilion definitely sounds like a green.
Yeah, so they're just lying to us.
They're just
It's just,
Colors are just made up.
it's just
in decorating, many shades of green prove harmonious throughout the house. Vivid greens bring the feeling of nature inside and can create a smooth visual flow between the indoors and outdoors. Those hues also have a refreshing, nurturing quality, making them particularly appealing in kitchens and dining rooms. Because pale green evokes pleasant feelings of serenity, it is ideal for home sanctuaries such as bathrooms or peaceful bedrooms. In packaging, greens give a sense of purity and freshness, which is why they're so popular on cosmetic containers. Products in green wrappers are also thought to be healthful, natural, and environmentally friendly. And since greens suggest a tart taste, they're often used for bottles of spring water and wine. That's color, the psychology of green. Yay! Next time we'll do blue. I was like, what a nice little surprise for this book. I really like it. And when we finish the colors, they have other little descriptions about like, they're a little shorter, but they have like moods. So like, if you want to like, say you want a magical feeling, here are colors that evoke a magical feeling and color combinations, which I think is really fascinating. Like, oh, that's so interesting. And I mean, it's just their opinion, but yeah, it's magical, regal, calm, classic, traditional. It's interesting. It's a very good, interesting little book. Yeah.
I like it. You were talking about all the like positive qualities of green, and then I start thinking about where I live in the desert where everything is beige. So much beige.
the coolest kind of brown that anyone can handle.
We're having it's very, very, very green in Los Angeles right now. Which is, yeah, it's unusual. It's because we had fires and then had a bunch of rain afterwards. And the
Right.
fires trigger like all of the native plants in the area. A lot of them are like triggered by fire. And then the rain.
Carbon, yeah.
Like, so like it's so strange to be driving, and normally the hillsides are like pretty brown and deserty, and now they're like this bright, vibrant green, which is very strange. It's nice though. Not complaining. It looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think probably this year we'll get like crazy poppy blooms too, because the fires trigger poppies as well. But it's not quite poppy season yet.
I got to go see the poppies when they came out, and it was like fields and fields of them.
Oh, I've never done that before. I should do that. Drive out to that area and see them all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Los Angeles is so interesting because there is green out here. It's just such a different type of green than anywhere else, because it's not like deciduous forest. It's like succulents and birds of paradise and like that kind of green. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're in like the extreme version. We're not a desert. Southern California is a different thing. It begins with like a Charon. That's not the right thing. It's like there's a term for this area where it's like a wet desert, sort of. Like a desert near the beach. It's like a weird.
Where are you, London Fog?
I believe they're north.
Oregon.
Yeah. It's a coastal plain. I don't remember what it's called.
I don't know.
They're calling it a coastal plain. That's not it. There's like I
think that question is for you.
Which one? The
P-Valley the Fool?
P-Valley the Fool?
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Mm-hmm. Did got so I just got these. I got these in July. New clubs with new decorations. Now, most modern juggling clubs are made with a mylar decoration, super light, bright, shiny. But since I do a lot of Renaissance fairs, I saw a guy in this guy had these. He makes them. It's leather, so um, yeah. So yeah, so these are leather hand stitched uh, decorations for your clubs, and it's like
Whoa!
yeah, so it's tooled leather, the little decorations, and then like little stripy.
That's so cool.
Yeah, they're
So
very cool. They're heavy
Whoa,
though.
that's
they
so
do weigh a
neat.
lot because of the leather, but I'm used to old fashioned clubs which were made with wood. So like wood. They had not old school was like clubs that were completely made of wood, like solid wood.
Those are
I'm used
freaking
to
heavy.
Yeah, I'm used to wooden dowels and then with plastic on the outside. So like there'd be a wooden down here. But now clubs are made with just plastic, which means they do last a lot longer. Because I can't tell you how many clubs I just snapped. The just just from practice. You practice if you're doing a lot of big stuff. You're throwing a club 20 feet in the air and then you miss catching it. It how many times can you throw a stick up in the air and let it hit the ground before it's just going to break? It doesn't matter how good of a dowel you've got. But anyway, um, so yeah, so it does make them a little heavier, which is great when you're doing a lot of outdoor stuff and
The wind.
the wind is
Oh
particularly bad.
yeah.
And so actually it gives them a nice bit of heft that I like. But
It
yeah,
would.
so yeah, but the funny thing is though that slight difference is that with the even with the decoration weighing a few ounces, it actually, because of the weight of the decoration, which again is only, I mean, like you can see the thickness of the actual, the thickness of that leather is not much, but it makes such a difference that when you do drop them or whatever, you're just juggling them, the centrifugal force breaks the tape so often that I'm continuously retaping these things. So
Uh,
like just to keep them rolling, I'm literally I go through now more electrical tape than many electricians, I'm sure now. So, but
oh, we have a
but it's
good we
worth
have
it because they look so
we have a good question. What is the ideal weight for a juggling club?
Just
It does.
depends on the juggler
It depends, yeah, on the juggler
and what you're doing.
and what they're doing with the clubs. Like, how many are you juggling? Are you
Mhm.
passing? And also just personal preference. Like,
Yeah.
my husband really likes Renegades, and they are a lot heavier than the clubs that I use. And so, like, passing with them is like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I got
Work
heavy
out.
ones.
Yeah, Renegade still uses wooden dowels, so like yeah, their Renegade clubs are, and that's what I started on. I not started on, but those were my first like real professional set. I mean, of course, everyone got Dubé's. That's the company in New York that made juggling clubs forever and ever. And then like other companies started making juggling clubs. So yeah, the
Well,
Renegade
this
used to
is
be
a
my
great
go-to.
question for you, Paulo, because you
Mm.
had like a specific bit in the show where you would juggle things.
I also have
And
that in my show.
oh, you do. Oh, great. Okay, yeah. Then you can. Yeah. How do you go about juggling items of unequal size, shape, and weight?
You just practice.
You just practice.
I mean, if they're even vaguely remotely within what do we call it? If they're within a realm, it's not that bad. But when you have something like a bowling ball, which could be 8 pounds, and an M&M,
Brent does a bowling ball and his own sock.
yeah, and that's, oh my god, that
Yeah.
has no weight to it. So yeah, I mean that's when you're really, so you concentrate on the whatever's worst.
You go straight to whatever and let your body take care of the other things.
Yeah. Yeah, and what's very funny because I used to practice with these. They're like 4-inch diameter stage balls, and I fill them with lead, so they weigh like a solid 6 pounds. And then when you juggle with those for a little bit, and then your body gets used to like throwing them to a certain height, and then you get a bean bag that's
And you're like,
about the same. Yeah, and your body just throws it like, oh shit, like way
oh,
high.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so I found it. It's a chaparral biome is what Los Angeles is. It's a
that like a
shrubland ecosystem characterized by Mediterranean climate with mild, wet winters and hot, dry summers. So it's not a desert, it's a chaparral.
Chaparral.
Which I think is like a great name for like a rich
Hi,
person's child.
my name is Chaparral.
Chaparral?
Do you have a chaperone for your chaparral?
I need a chaperone for my chaparral.
I have a chaparral spritz. They're delicious.
Chaparral spritz, the chaparral spritz. Chaparral spritz is a great name.
Everyone.
That's a good name.
There you go. Well, you heard it here first.
It is a good cologne name, chaparral. Who wouldn't want to smell like a biome? Chaparral.
Depends on the biome.
Isn't that always the way?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna grab my sewing kit really quick. Okay, I'm back, and I'll do a little repair job on this thing today, and then we can do a. I've got some another trivia card, which we can do. So yeah, so you're working on the juggling gloves, Hollow. Kitty,
I'm just sitting here.
What have you been up to in life?
Been up to being a hermit.
That sounds nice.
I've been like majorly depressed since November, and I'm just trying to deal with it.
Yeah, just like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Who doesn't get it?
Yeah. The thing that's been keeping me going is art. I'm like, it's all I can do. So
we'll say it's sometimes. I mean, if I'm going to be honest, it's really hard to get. I have several projects that I'm supposed to be doing, and it's really hard to get started on a project if I'm like, we have a Dungeons and Dragons trip to England planned.
Yeah, leaving the country.
Like, I'm supposed to leave the country. I don't even know. Like, and again, come July, will I be able to leave the country? Like, what the hell?
If you leave the country right now, will you be able to come back?
And that I don't mind so much as long as Ansa and the kids are with me. But like getting split up, that would be really bad. So yeah.
Yeah, I was planning on going to Mexico to have some dental work done, but now I'm like, do I just stay here and
make sure you bring your passport?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you have to, but like. And
anyway. I did not see anything London Fog. I'll look right now though.
But it's just really hard to like get motivated because I'm like, what is even happening? Am I supposed to like, should I be planning for this or should I be planning for I don't know?
Yeah. Just don't know.
Something else.
Look at Kara's comment. See if you have any advice for her.
Yeah. Good for you, Gara. Yeah. How to leave your phone because they'll track you. It's funny because they do use these things for good, but they also can use them for evil. Like I was just talking to somebody who runs events in California, actually, and the police, because they have to hire security because it's an outdoor event, it's a street, and they close off the street and all that stuff. It was the Krampus parade, and and they they were like, the police told us how many phones were there, so they can give you a pretty good idea of how many people are there because they just have enough. They have their system that they know how many people came into the area, or at least how many phones came into the area. So they know exactly, and they have the IP address of all those phones. So
Wow.
they allegedly don't keep that information, but why would I believe them?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, so like, and basically, I mean, that would come down to something like, we got your IP address of your phone. We now have you in custody for something else, and then we've checked and pinged your phone, and it's the same IP, so we know you were there. We can track your location, or we have your phone there. And why was your phone at the protest? Whatever. So I'm like, yeah, don't bring your phone. Worst case scenario, put your phone on a train and head it the other opposite direction.
That's right.
Just
Hey, look who's here.
yeah.
Man.
Do not comply in advance.
I'm
Love
very
it.
excited because the last stickers that we had sent to press arrived. So now I
Hey.
can pack everybody's order. Hey, Zoe, what's going on?
Show off
Yeah,
time.
it is
Show off time.
Let's see.
Oof.
And it's funny. I mean, I have obviously conversations with people of all spectrums of
Right.
political, and they're like, why do you not like somebody trying to find fraud? And I'm like, if I thought that was what he was doing, I wouldn't be against
Upset.
it.
Yeah.
But
Right.
when someone who also has billions of dollars in contracts with the government cancels other people's contracts with the government so that, I don't know, maybe they could pick up these contracts, I find it a little bit of
Little specious.
Yeah.
Little specious.
it's like, isn't that
Oh,
conflict of
and-
interest?
And also eliminating any agencies that are
Yeah.
currently investigating your company
Yeah.
might be a little suspect.
Little
If
specious.
if I joined the government and then removed all other forms of entertainment to hire, so that I happen to have this entertainment company that can do entertainment, sure am glad that we destroyed everyone else who does entertainment in the government. Yay
Yeah.
me. Golly, I guess you just have to hire me.
This one's my favorite.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what some people are like, oh, thank goodness the church was there to save all the arts and the sciences during the dark ages. And like, no. No. That's not how no.
Well, okay, but here, all right, so let's.
Who did they save them from?
Right. Well, here's the thing, though. There were no other arts going on, right? And I'm not okay. Well, I mean, yes, but here's the thing: the people who already had the money already had the money, so it's not like there was no middle class; it didn't exist. So I'm not, I have a weird I mean, not a weird theory, but I'm like a thought experiment about like. Oh yes, we got him lecturing. Yes, sorry, Dr. Professor Garbanzo. So here's a funny thing. I've wondered. Okay, so you have the Dark Ages, you have feudalism. All you have are the 1%, and then everyone else is literally at the bottom. There's not a pyramid. It's a pole, and then everyone's on the bottom, and then there's one person on top.
Right.
So, but all of the people fighting each other on the top, right? So like you have church and state and things like that, and you have, they're all vying for power of some sort, and you're like the when some religious figure goes, you need to build me a church or you're going to go to hell and you need to spend a bunch of money on it, and they're like, really, they're just trying to bankrupt their opponent so that they can't form an army or go up against them in some other form. And I'm like, okay, but here's the thing. Yes, that's Machiavellian, but also all of that money got spent on workers and craftsmen and artists and things like that. So they ended up making all this stuff, which then created the middle class.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and they actually got paid.
Right. So
unlike the rich people now who are litigating to not pay.
yeah. So you're like, did they so in the Middle Ages, did they accidentally create the Renaissance because they were just trying to bankrupt their foes and then accidentally created the middle class by like squashing other super rich people so that they had to spend all their money to build churches? And they're like, ha ha ha, I got you. Oh no, I have actually accidentally created the middle class, which then accidentally eventually turns into revolutions later down the road. And then you're like, whoops. So I wonder how much of that was on purpose and how much of that was accidental.
Well, I mean, when you have a system like that, it doesn't mean like the smartest people are making the decisions. So
right. Just the money people. Just follow the money. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Maybe a system where like that money gives you too much, gives you power, maybe it's not the best system. I don't know. It's crazy to say. Maybe it's not the best system.
Don't know.
Just putting it out there.
So say F.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Joel's comment about if you don't know Elon's backstory, you could probably guess it.
Yeah. No, not surprised. That I've been saying it for years. If we not 100%, but almost 100% of every woman that I know for years has been like, yeah, Elon's an idiot. He's not a genius. He's a straight up dummy. Like, and if we just listen to like one woman.
We don't do that here.
So long saying that to so many dudes. They're like, no, he's got to be a genius. He's got to be really smart. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like,
no.
I knew from the
there's
very
smart
beginning.
and there's smart, and then there's like wisdom, and there's intelligence, and these are all different stats, and there's specialization of skills, and maybe he really does know some computer programming stuff, and
I know a lot of people who know how to computer program. That does not mean you're a genius.
Just got lucky, and is Bill Gates a genius, or did he get lucky at the right place at the right time? And I mean, was he good at what he was doing? Yes. He also bought some of that software from someone at a very low price, and then managed to make it. He saw the innovation. He bought the program. He bought disk operating system programs.
I think you're a genius, though, Carrot Chapel.
So I'm not. There's plenty of things going on, and look, more artists coming your way. Michael from Bogomod. Yes, you can jump in. We're chatting.
I'm just wondering how long you're gonna be.
Oh, how long are we gonna be?
We
40 more minutes.
We have like 45 more minutes till the show.
I just thought you take a poll. How many people wanted to go on for 5 hours?
No.
How many people want them to end right now?
1 million hours is now the new. Thanks.
All right, 40 minutes.
You've done it.
1 million hours.
Hmm.
All right.
That's too much crafting. I can't do 1,000,000 hours of crafting.
I mean,
proud of you, buddy.
non-sequentially, I can do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Coffee show marathon. Oh boy. Yeah.
Crafting show marathon.
I mean, I kind of need that right now. I have a lot of work, and you guys would keep me, focused on the situation.
No, we go till 11:30 or 1:30? No.
Usually it's 1:30.
2:30. 2:30. It's a 2-hour
This
show.
is one of my
2 hours.
favorites.
Oh.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
2:30 Eastern. 1:30 over here. Yeah, 45 more minutes.
There's an insidious little brainworm that has always sort of existed, not always, but has waxed and waned in this country, where we have been unable to separate like the government, the concept of a government, from sort of the concept of the monarchy. What do you mean, Shoshi? I'll explain. So people talk about, in this country, can talk about the government as sort of this like independent entity that sort of exists to control, but really, ideally, like the government is the people. That's like the whole point of our thing, is like talk about the government doing things. It is the people of our country doing these things. It's not this separate thing that like makes decisions for us without our control. It can be if we let it, but like it's not, it's us. So like when you talk about civil service, you're talking about serving your community. You're talking about serving the country. We're all serving each other. Like, and that's a much better system. But there's like this idea that we're like, ooh, we gotta, the government is like it's a king, and the government, I'm like, no, that's the whole point, is that it's not.
Right.
There's always people gaming the system too. So like your system is 250 years old. There are people who have managed to work that system, especially if they're the only ones who are allowed to vote.
Right. Oh yeah. Like
in that system.
Sure. But I'm saying like the ideal form of it. And like I've lived in another country where it was more people focused and not like corporation and capitalism focused. And like it's a nicer place to live.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And I think that and I know this is very contentious and there's probably flaws all up and down, but I think that every person, there are countries where everyone has to do military time service in some way. I think everyone needs to do civil service for at least a year so that they can understand what their taxes are paying for, what they're getting out of living in a communal, in a government, which is a community. It's like we all have to pitch in to make this a better place or a livable place. And I only know this because of like camping, right? If you don't go and get up and get the firewood doesn't get got. Like
a smaller community, you see where if the trash doesn't get taken out, then gee, Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? If like everybody should do at least a year of community, or like not community, civil service.
Civil service. I think it's a great idea, and it could be military, or it doesn't have to be. Right. If you're good at pushing paper, push paper. If you're good at, if you're good at, if you want to work for the Forest Service and make trails out in the world, great. Like do that. If you want to be like, I would like to defend this system, great.
There is one thing I see
Company
that
military.
is not great. And that is money. Is people with money would get their kids to get the cushy jobs, and people without money are stuck doing the absolute life-threatening, dangerous jobs. And that, by the way, that's not to say that you can't go into a career in civil service. In my Mabtopia,
Because it takes people with experience to do the right things. You know, if you're just doing a year, then you're kind of, you know,
you're an intern.
you're figuring out how to do it. You know.
Yeah.
I would love to know, Victoria and Linda Fogg, if why not make the possibility of civil service be part military if you wanted to do it. Not to say that you would get shoved into it. There is a book. It's called Starship Troopers, which was turned into a movie that should just have been called Bugs and Guns and had really nothing to do. It should have just been called Bugs and Guns and has nothing to do with this book called Starship Troopers. And there's one part of this book that it's funny because there's a lot of right-wing people who don't know, they kind of skip over this section where they're like, because in Starship Troopers, part of it, the real question that it asks is, what is your obligation to your society? That's the question the book is asking. Okay, it's not about guns, it's not about bugs. It's what is your obligation to your society, and in this book, it's to your entire planet, right? And part of it is that you can join this civil service. If you join the civil service, you're not obligated to. If you do, then you get to vote in the government.
Interesting.
And if you don't join it, then you're fine. Nobody's faulting you for doing it. But that means that you don't get to decide how the society spends its money, changes its forms of what they do, because you're just what? Now you're just a business person. Okay, in this book, you shouldn't have an influence, Elon Musk, on what the government decides to do, because you're just a business person who's in it for yourself. And if you did the social service, then now you should have some better understanding of what the society needs and wants. So
I guess,
go.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of anything that restricts people's access to voting. I think if you live in a place and you live in that society, you get a vote.
Yeah, I think so too. And I also think that voting, I mean, I would say mandatory, but what I mean to say is federal holiday.
Yeah.
Like 100% a federal holiday.
Not and like make it super easy to vote.
Still open.
Not all these restrictions. Because really,
this is a sci-fi world, so
right.
It's different, saying. You know.
Yeah, just saying. Given the history of our country, I don't want anything that restricts anyone's access to voting.
Right.
That can be
again, it's not a restriction if you. And again, it's not a vote thing, but and again, this is in this society that is in the book, right?
The fictional.
There weren't really any poor people per se, you know. So it wasn't like, you know, I can't run off and do civil service. I have to pay rent. That wasn't in, you know. They've already solved all those problems. This is a spacefaring planet, you know. So like. They're getting to the question of what do you owe your society? If your society isn't doing anything for you, you don't owe them shit. So, and if your society is, I don't know, trying to save the planet, maybe I don't know. Anyway,
that's a really good point. With the mandatory civil service, you're right about rent and bills. So I guess a stipend would be a part of it.
Absolutely. Just like if you
honestly,
join the military.
capitalism is no longer a viable economic system. So in Mabtopia, we would be getting away from capitalism.
Hmm.
What do you think, Kitty?
I like your hair.
To live in a place where there's rainbows and unicorns and waterfalls.
I'm in.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we should all be. Why did we do all this work if not to be able to sit around and eat fruit and scratch animals with our fingers? My God is the elephant. All right, let's do another
Trivia.
trivia card. Yeah, now that everyone's here. So wait, here, let me do the thing. Professional. If you've never played trivia before, or if you haven't played in a while, here's how we play. I will read all the answers at the end so that I can play too. We're all playing together. If you think you know the answer, write it in the chat. If anyone gets it right, we all win. If anyone gets it wrong, we all lose. We here on the stream are going to try and contain ourselves from shouting out the answer right away because we know there's a delay. We want to give you all a chance to do the answer. I often get excited and forget, but we're going to try and do our best. All right. So first question, people and places. What U.S. river flows for 315 miles from Lake Tier of the Clouds to the Atlantic Ocean?
You say U.S. river?
U.S. river flows for 315 miles from Lake Tier of the Clouds to the Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic Ocean. I feel like we should know the answer to this. But it flows
300 miles?
315 miles.
Weddy Wetterson.
Weddy Riverson.
I have an idea, but it's probably wrong.
Yeah, I also have an idea, but I'm unsure because I've never heard it described that way. 315 miles isn't that long.
No. What about the Shenandoah?
But I'm trying to think of a river that flows to the Atlantic Ocean.
Or maybe the Potomac.
Potomac goes to the bay.
Yeah.
The bay is in the Atlantic Ocean.
What about the Hudson? Oh, the Hudson River.
That's
that might be right.
I was thinking the Hudson.
I've swum in the Hudson.
Swum?
Swam?
Swam?
Swim?
Swam?
Swim?
Swimmin'?
Swam?
Extrempt?
Swammed. I've swammed. Swammed in the Hudson.
Hunglided.
Swemt.
Schwemmt.
There it is. I've swam.
Swemmt.
Next question. Arts and entertainment. What?
So wait, what's the answer? Do we know? Do we have to
come
wait?
back to it at the end.
Did you not hear the rules? I said them very specifically.
For you, goofball.
The rules don't apply to Paulo.
I wasn't paying attention.
Clearly. You
I'm
noticed.
getting demoted.
Arts. That's right. Go down to the
Bob screen.
Arts and entertainment. What actor came to regret uttering the immortal line, "Use the force, Luke"? Hold yourself back. Hold yourself back. I know we all know the answer. I know we all know the answer. What actor came to regret uttering the immortal line, "Use the force, Luke"?
Leonard Nimoy.
Regret. I only really know of one actor in that franchise who sort of is begrudging about it.
Well, I know which
that I'm
actor
thinking
said the
of.
line. But
Yeah.
But maybe he did regret it.
Was it Pedro Pascal?
Well, these cards are from 2002. You should know.
Okay, so was it
Jeez.
James Earl Jones?
I mean, I would assume it's Sir Alec Guinness.
That's
Yeah.
the only guy who said that.
Yeah. It's got to be.
No, man. We all
He
know that
really
Guinness
did
is
regret it.
beer. Don't be ridiculous. Beer can't talk.
Oh, really? He didn't. I didn't know he regretted Star Wars stuff. I didn't know that.
You know, it's like
He's a proper actor.
yeah.
I'm a proper actor.
That's why you
He's a proper
were never
actor.
dedicated to the craft. That's your problem. I mean, Patrick Stewart's. Anyway,
Next question. History. What nation's city of Pune? Pune? Pune.
Poon.
Whoa. Okay. What nation's city of Pune or Pune was rocked in 2001 by angry stick-wielding housewives of the Bengal army attacking alcohol
happened?
booths? Let me read that one more time because there's a lot of info in that one.
Honestly, the look on Paul's face as it froze is like, like the look.
back. I don't know what happened.
What nation's city of Pune was rocked in 2001 by angry stick-wielding housewives of the Bengal army, Bangle, Bengal army, attacking alcohol bootleggers? What nation?
What was the first part?
What nation's city of Pune? So, or Pune, Pune. I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Oh my gosh. What can I?
Where else did they have prohibition?
Malaysia?
It's here. I'll write it in the chat so you can see how it's spelled.
Stan. Nice.
And it's this for the army.
Just say Kamchatka.
Yeah.
Because I played Risk.
It's the
Nepal?
it's the
Yeah, it's the same thing I was thinking, Zarkenfrude.
it's the city of
We didn't say it was capital city, it just was a city.
it's capital of Susanna Hoffs. From the Bengals. From the Bengals. That's my joke.
I know, right?
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. We'll find out. Next question. Science and nature. What creature known as Canis latrans or barking dog often gives its pups mice for hunting practice? Canis latrans. There we go. What? That's good. Like that. Hello, welcome. We're right in the middle of trivia. Welcome.
Hello.
What creature known as Canis latrans, Latrans, or barking dog gives its pups mice for hunting practice? Like a coyote?
Hyena?
I was about to say hyenas.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Oh,
so.
maybe hyena?
I mean, not that I know, but that was what
That
I
was my
would
guess.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good guess. That's a good guess.
I'm going to say dingo.
Also a great guess.
Oh. Do dingoes
Barking
bark?
dog.
I guess hyenas laugh.
Oh, a jackal?
Hmm.
Barking.
Owlbear. Whatever makes gnolls.
Shih Tzu.
Yes.
Those aren't real.
A Bichon frise.
I'm going with gnolls.
Knowles.
Knowles.
are.
I do like hyenas as an answer, so we'll kind of.
I'm going with prairie dog.
Oh.
Punk rock.
I'm going to go with your mom.
Whoa, look at this. What is this? Wow.
Can you read it out loud?
Amazing. Amazing. All right, next question. Sports and leisure. What college football teams' frequent run-ins with the law caused foes to dub them the criminals?
Oh, I think I know.
Criminals.
Oh, it's probably sounds pejorative to Italian.
Yeah.
Please spell it.
I think that's right.
Seminole. Yeah, okay, yeah, because I was gonna say it was like it's either the Crimson Tide or the
Oh, yeah. I don't
like,
really
please
know
spell
college
it.
football team names.
Yeah. Because either was it gonna be a play on words of Crimson Tide or it was gonna be
Is that FSU? Would that be FSU then? Because it's what college?
no,
Football
Florida
team.
State. Yeah,
Oh no, it
yeah.
is the name of the team. College football teams. Yeah. All right, and the last question, wild card. This question is great. What part of the growing up Skipper doll would kids twist to make her chest grow?
Oh yeah, I know that one.
I remember this. I remember this. What part of the growing up Skipper doll would kids twist to make her chest grow?
How was that really a thing? How was that a thing?
How was that really a thing?
It's a doll.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's a Skipper doll, like a Barbie doll.
I'm sorry, you twist something on the doll.
And then her boobs
and her chest grows. Because she's growing up.
Okay. All right. I have an answer.
Yeah.
I was working it out. Like mechanically speaking, though, it wouldn't be her head because that would be weird. So it's got to be her arm.
It's her arm. It goes up. It's like this, and yeah.
Yeah, it was like it's got to be arm because the gear inside would be here, shoulder,
right?
And then, but I was like, you just twist her head around like she's the extra.
All right. Answers. What will they be? Answers. Let's see. All right. What U.S. river flows for 315 miles from Lake Tier of the Clouds to the Atlantic Ocean? It is the Hudson River.
Nailed it.
What actor came to regret uttering the immortal line, "Use the Force, Luke"? It was Alec Guinness.
Sir Alec Guinness.
What nation city of Poon was rocked in 2001 by angry stick-wielding housewives of the Bengal army attacking alcohol bootleggers? It was India.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Nice.
Right.
Good job. What creature known as Canis latrans or barking dog often gives its pups mice for hunting practice? The coyote.
I didn't. Somebody said coyote, so we got it right.
Yeah, somebody said coyote.
Wasn't me.
What college football team's frequent run-ins with the law caused foes to dub them the criminalies? Florida State Seminoles. Great job. And what part of growing up Skipper doll would kids twist to make her chest grow? Her arm. Great job. Good job, everybody. We did it. Go.
Yeah.
On. Yeah. Nailed it. Nailed it.
Wait, we're on the wrong side. Do that again.
Nice. And you can actually high five for realsies. Can you actually reach each other from where you're sitting?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Just my very. Wait, I'm trying to get this angle. I have a very weird arm.
Why is it? Why? Oh, I see.
So, Mab, what are you working on at the moment? Show off a little more.
So we finally got, I don't know if it's all the back orders because I did find one that we didn't have yet. So the stickers for the site. Oh, that's a good one. For Dissent is Patriotic.
That's a good one.
Is the name of the site, dissentisppatriotic.shop. And it's designed for federal workers and the people who support them.
That's a great bumper sticker. Oh, wait, did we do a little banner with the We need to make a little banner with the
I
what's the site? What's the name of what's the site?
Descent is patriotic.shop. Also applicable redirects is sticker it to the man.art. The sticker it to the man is going to be my bigger project, but right now this one's focused on federal workers.
Is that correct? Did I spell it correctly?
Sticker it to the man.art. Yeah.
Okay,
and
good.
Somewhere I have I wonder if I can upload an image I might have for an overlay. Yeah, there it is right there. Boom. Upload.
Oh yeah, go ahead and add that on there.
This is the one that I was working on, I think, last week that you guys helped me design.
Hey, look how good that looks.
Yeah, and the little guy, yeah, exactly. It's a stick figure, yet somehow you can tell he's flipping you off. And little things that I like, because Robert had the great idea of coloring in the head. I did that, and then I had the genius idea of adding eyes, and then they were too small, so I made them bigger, and I made one bigger accidentally, and I'm like, I really
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So
Why is he holding
it's
candy
really
apples?
great. It looks so good.
I'm losing my shit right now. Yeah. So been working on this project for a while, and sending things out. Which one is this? I'm packing orders now because we had people order like to help test out the website and everything. And so we did what we call the small seed, and we couldn't wait. We couldn't do it until it was like the big seed. We couldn't do the big seed until I had all the stuff that could ship as soon as people ordered it. And it was such a big order. We have how many different designs? 28, 15, so about 40, 45 roughly designs.
Wow.
That we sent out to press, and needed, at least 25 of each design, and that takes time. We went with a small woman-owned company in North Carolina. And
sweet.
I think we kind of overwhelmed them, unfortunately, with the size of our order.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I don't know if we're gonna going with them. So if you guys have sticker vendor recommendations. Oh, and hear me out. I got this idea, and I would love to get you guys' feedback on this. I had this idea of, so these are bumper stickers, indoor, outdoor, weatherproof. That you stick them, they're stuck. Right? These are quality. And I was wondering, I'm thinking about making paper versions of these stickers and selling a pack of 4 or 6, depending on the size of the sticker, for $3.50. And these are the ones that you would stick on places that it's going to get scraped up immediately. But the point of having the cheap version of the sticker, they're paper, they're not going to withstand weather, right? But the point is, somebody who needs to see it might see it and know that they're not alone. And that's part of the problem is you don't know who's on your side. You don't know. People are being turned into islands. And islands are not as strong. Apparently, united you stand, or something like that. So.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I love it. I'm so glad you're doing it, and yeah, I'm excited about it. So should we keep, or we should just keep ordering though, because
I'm shipping now. Right now, I'm packing orders to ship. I haven't updated the website with what's in stock and what's not in stock, so I would say about 95, because I haven't done a full count inventory. 95% of the stuff on the site is in stock, even though it may say out of stock right now. And if it's out of stock, I'll just ship it in an envelope or something.
Awesome. Heck
yeah. Yeah, I've been working on this for a while, and it's kind of taken over my everything. So
That's good though.
yeah,
It's good.
yeah.
Good.
Do
It's a
not
good.
fun.
It's a good. It's good. Is good. Is good. Amazing. All right. Well, we're almost at time. We've got about 10 minutes left. Kitty or Paulo, is there anything cool and fun you'd like to show off during our last few remaining moments here together with each other? Look how good those look.
Were you just choking them out, or updating them, or cleaning them, or?
Yeah, redoing all the tape because they do get thrown around a bit, and so they get damaged. So
say again where you get those leather. Who does those leather covers? They're so cool.
well, it's a person in Poland actually. I saw his work on there was like a juggling group Facebook page, and I was like, hey, did you make those? And he was like, yes. And I was like, what would it take to make them in my color? Because it was like a similar thing but different colors, you know. And I was like, what would it take to do them in red and yellow? And he was like, I think it was like 700 krupnars, which is whatever Polish money is. And no, I just don't know what it is. No offense to. I'm sure it's related to the word crowns or something. But anyway, and I was like, great. How many of that is US dollars? And he was like, hell yeah. So yeah, basically, I was like, yeah, I'll pay whatever you just said. I'm paying it because, but blam, they just look so good. And I was doing a medieval show in England.
The Harlequin, that was.
Yeah.
Those are.
They're those like little stripy pattern, but like the hand, even the stitching on there is like really so well done. Just
they look amazing.
Yeah, they look really good. And you don't even like the electrical tape is effective. Like it doesn't look like electrical tape.
Right. You know, you never know what that is, you know, as it's being juggled. You know, you're not like
it blends in very well with the leather look of it. Kitty, you got anything?
Yeah. I can just re-show my facial.
Oh yeah, those things are cool.
Oh yeah, those are so cool.
I didn't put them on very good.
It's hard when the camera's reversed. So you're like, yeah.
How did you make them?
Cyborg.
They look cool.
Yeah.
Neat.
And I just used craft foam sheets, rhinestones, and spray paint.
Amazing.
You're a wizard.
Wizard.
And the paint stick to the. How well does it? I mean, it seems to be doing the job. Just spray paint. Okay.
And probably regular acrylic paint would work. I find craft foam pretty easy to. It takes paint pretty well. Yeah. And I gotta try that plastic stuff out.
Yeah. Mab, what is that plastic? The little plastic beads that you melt with water called?
Thermoplastic?
Thermoplastic, yeah.
Oh, that's like the generic name of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta check that out. Because I'm always looking for new.
For a hot second, I will go grab the bag. It's like right there.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
I think Mab has the same brand that I do. I think.
Let me, because if I lose my place, then I have to go back and do it again. Yeah. Like I said, orders. All right, it's right here.
Oh yeah, for like. That's like the most common, I guess you can get it is for like dental repair stuff.
The morph. Yeah, that's the kind I have.
Like
Instamorph.
Instamorph.
You can also get it in sheets.
Yes, and you can get I have a thing of little little colored plastic beads that are the same product. So I take this, melt it, throw in whatever color beads in there, and it mix it all up, and it changes the color of this.
Oh,
That's cute. And can you touch it with your fingers?
Yeah,
yeah.
You can manipulate it with your fingers?
it's just hot water.
It comes out pretty hot, but it's not like gonna burn your skin off.
Okay. Cool.
And it takes
I really
paint pretty
gotta
well.
play it. I really gotta play around with that.
You're gonna
That
love it,
looks
I
like
bet.
something I could really do some good stuff with. Yeah. I was saying earlier, I've been working with air foam foam clay.
Yeah,
So
I can't wait
comes
to try
in
that.
like a mass and it's like soft and you can use it like clay. And then when it dries, it basically is the same texture as like the foam sheets, but you can make it in and it's super light. People use it to make like cosplay armor or masks or stuff like that, but it's really like, and it has pretty good adhesion. Like I've found if you like mold it onto something, when it dries, you don't even have to glue it on. It kind of just stays on there. Oh, I love that one. That's my favorite one so far. That one's really good. Yay. Yeah. All right, everyone. I think we are at time right now. This has been lovely. We've had a wonderful day. We've had some special guests. Thank you for coming on. It's always hard when it's just me. So it's nice to have extra guests, and we got special extra bonus guests today, which is pretty great. All right, everyone, we will see you next week. Same time, same stream. Post all your stuff in the Discord. Here, wait, let me do the Discord. Nope, I did that wrong. I never remember if did the exclamation point come before or after?
Before.
Nope, it's before. I always forget. Exactly. Same nat time, same nat channel. Exactly. Oh yeah, join our Discord and post all your crafting pictures there. We love that. Even though I'm terrible at checking Discord, but then I do, and then I'm like, oh, look at all these lovely things that are waiting. We'll see you next week. Have a wonderful week. Take care of each other. Be kind to each other. We all know what we need to do. All right. Love you all. Goodbye.
Secret to the man.
Wait. Oh no, I did a thing. Wait. Okay. Boom. Now.